Hello everybody, welcome back. It's the second day of March. We've got contracts, two pretty good ones actually. A bit of fertilising work, just putting some of our silage in the BGA. So we've actually got work on, which is great news. I'll just put enough in to keep it topped up for now, because we're going to need money to pay for fertiliser. A little bit too late. Now, before we can crack on with those contracts, we need, it's midway through March, we need to look at what to plant, don't we? So, let's pop this out and have a look. What are our options? I've took the seeder down there last night. I need to set the roller still. To 44, because that field needs planting. I'll pop that back. We only worked till about 6:30, 7 o'clock last night. Had somebody fit a garden hose down at the allotment for us. Just a cheap little hose for spraying the vehicles down, because the Landies, I don't know if you've noticed, but the Land Rover's got a fair bit of dirt on it, although it did rain after that last night. No, still filthy. I need to, let's use the Massey. We'll set the roller down there. It's got everything else it needs there, I think. I think I left it here. I moved all the rest of the wood out of the way. Some of them's gone to we didn't get paid for some of it. We made a bit of a deal with the sawmill. I get them some to work on a bit of a project with, but how long that could take, we don't know. Have I cleared that side? No. I'm better off doing this in cab. That should do it. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit of a... Mirrors look pretty good on that. But, I found with a lot of the vehicles the mirrors don't. I find sometimes the mirrors don't always You can't see out of them from where you're sitting. The seating position is right. So we're off to 44. Should I have put more diesel in this? We'll be alright for now. That should be enough to get us there. It's a bigger engine, bigger tank than the little tractors. I'm in quite a good chipper mood, I've got to be honest. Contracts coming in. We've suddenly shot forward by getting a newer, better tractor. 2 new tractors really. Spring is here. I've got a spring in my step. Now, let's have a look at what's going to be planted. If anything, I mean, if we want... My theory is we're going to need to hire a combine harvester for the barley, which will need a serial header. So if we're going to be leasing that, it seems to make sense to me to put something else that's going to need a serial header. Make sure I've actually done that properly. Weeding, £907. Hide the equipment. Take away 644. Get yourself £260. Not sure. Got big money off these, however we've got to pay for fertiliser, and fertiliser is expensive, so, and that could be a huge one. What's that? 19 hectares. Ooh. And I can't remember which of the weather's looking clear. I can't remember which of the contracts we took. Right. Barley's coming out June or July. So let's say July. It looks like it's oat. Could put sugar beet in again. Let's do oat. Let's put some oats in. No, I'm not very good with the wheat, barley, oat. I think I'm gonna risk it. I'm a nutter. What else could it be? Wheat, barley, oat. Oops, if I turn it on. Let's see how this goes this time. I'm not sure if it might be the cedar. I hope not, because I really like it, but... What's the working speed? Ooh, fast bale as well. And a wrapper. £65 though. Let's do the headland. That looks fairly straight to me, ish. Cedar, 35 horsepower. Should be working fine. So strange. Seems to pick up speed on the way uphill. And sometimes struggle going downhill. That's what's this working speed? £9 miles an hour. Not even near. So maybe we've got to look towards that getting an upgrade at some point. Now I think it's smaller, definitely smaller at this end than that end. We can see that from here. Right, I'll catch up with you once I've got this finished. You go to the landing, get yourselves a cup of tea out the flask. At this angle I can slightly see a difference on the texture, but at the moment this side there's an absolutely bobble difference from this angle. It's just guesswork, same as it was on the grass field. Can't work out whether it's texture from the cedar or the roller. Maybe we're going to have to look at changing the pair of them. If we get a seeding contract, that might give us a chance of seeing it. We don't get rolling contracts, unfortunately. I wonder why they've not been added yet. Rolling snow, stone picking. Oh, four-wheel drive's doing well considering there's quite a sweep to the ground. I'm guessing round about there now. This is literally becoming guesswork. First couple of rows. You could maybe have an educated guess now. Unless I'm literally going to have to go that way to see it. Wasn't a bad guess then, really, looking at it from here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe we could see the grass field then if I'm able to catch an angle like that. I might have already started growing, to be fair. The old grass, I should have checked it. This bit here. I think that's that end done. Now we've got this. Start from that end. So I can see slightly better on the right. So you want the best yield you can get with small bits of land. If you've got a huge area, you don't necessarily no. That was a big miss. follow my own tyre line. Got rooms for that. Be tight. I think that's done. Where are we? Missed a few bits at the top maybe. Not going to waste the diesel. It's done. We'll have a... The yield's pretty low. Might need to put a bit more. I suppose it can take a couple of years for that to get better. I'm going to drive up to the shop. And we'll see what equipment we've leased. I shall see you up there. Are we going to ship fertiliser? Because we're clearly going to need some extra. Not been for a pint at the pub for a while. Done it again. Okay. Let's park it against here. What's he given us? The Amazon. There's a big boy in it. And narrow tyres. Is it McCormick? It is. Does this tell us what the... Oh, we'll get them connected up to start with. Probably best to start on those big old pallets, if there is. So I sort of do fertilizer. Can we transfer that into a smaller trailer? well, we can put it into a trailer, but can we put it from the trailer into I mean, it's bags in it, so it should, there's that fertiliser as well, isn't it? We've already got a load of fertiliser. Well, that's handy to know. What we can do is put it into crates. They've got a little forklift, so I'm sure they won't mind lending us. And then we might be able to top it up. And that's holding quite a lot, but we might honk through it as well. I'm going to head down to the first field, which is, I think, the largest one we're going to start with. I'll see you down there. It's only down the road from the shop, so there's not really too much to worry about. We've done something on this field before, I feel. I don't know what the spread width is. Big, I'd imagine. Let's start with the headland. Keep it in a straight line. Have a little look at the inside of the McCormick. It's very quiet. It's very nice. I do like the shaking. Yeah, this is a nice bit of kit, this. Very nice. I know it says contract finished, but we'll just do these bits, neaten them up for him. He might give us the job of harvesting it, so the better the yield, the better we've got a chance of having something extra at the end of it. Now I'm going to go pick up some more pick up the rest of the fertiliser that we've got at the store before we go down to the next one. It's a smaller field, so we shouldn't need it in theory. However, make sure I don't damage his McCormick. I'll show you on the map when we get down to the store. That wasn't me, that was the dog. I don't drink water that loudly. Let's get this filled again. Should be enough off that pallet to do the other field. However, it's here that we've borrowed the equipment from. I was thinking we just got to shoot over to here for 21. However, the river is here. And I don't think there's a way of crossing the river down there. So the options are... we can cut through, because we've done grass on there before, and then go all the way down to the ford, which is around about here, and then back up. Or we'll just set the main road down up to that dairy farm and then try and find our way there, I think. So we'll go that way. I'll catch up with you roughly around the dairy farm as we try and find the rest of the way. So we're coming up to the dairy farm, Cross Keys Dairy. If it's dairy farm or just the dairy. This McCormack's lovely, and I think my favourite bit of it is the steering wheel. It's got, when the light catches it, a really ergonomic sort of curve through it. Really nice. That looks like a path straight up. New territory here. It's nice to have some work on though. We didn't do too bad with that fertiliser on the really big field, so I'm a bit confident, really. I think it's up here. Should be enough clearance, huh? It's spreaders. Fantastic, 10,000 litre. Old 24. What's this? Looks like quite a nice space down by the river. What would that set you back? We're here. Right, I'll get it started and I'll catch up with you guys very shortly. Maybe just start the headland and I'll come into you. We've got a few bits to neaten up when we get to this end. Another classic strange shaped field, but I suppose it is more realistic. I will neaten up as much as I can actually. Oh, I've missed all sorts there. And that's the smallest. Plus we've got the fertiliser spare. The alternative's taking it back to the shop. I was a little bit cheeky and tried to fertilise 44 on the way down, but it wouldn't allow me because it's contract. So it gave me the old no dice. And I missed a lot of the headland. So we'll sort this out. A lovely view though. So I think we're coming towards the end of this episode. I think time wise we're about there. A little bit down there. Then we need to come back up. So we should get a good payout from this. This is a decent bit of work this month, which means we can invest in other things. Could it be time for the chickens, I wonder? That'd be nice. We will have the money for the chicken coop. Oh, one thing's for sure, in this lovely March weather, when we get back up to the store, I'll nip over to the pub for a pint. For a job well done. I'll message a few of the others, see if farmers and the workers, see if anybody has got their bits done and fancy a wet. And we need to see if there's any more contracts come up, because as excited as I was, why did it not get that? Here we go. As excited as I was, that watermill looks really cool. I've still got the rest of this to go through. Don't think there's any more contracts come up, no. Yeah, good day's work. Now we've got to think, investment wise, what's going to be the most beneficial to further the farm. This is a really nice area. Not sure about how difficult it is to get to it. This field could be interesting. Let's get the gate shut. We'll have a think. And it's that time for me to say, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please hit that like button. If you've got any comments, please feel free to post them in the comments section. If you'd like to stay up to date with future episodes, what we're going to spend this money on, I need to not get too excited with it because we have got harvesting to do later on in a few months. But if you would like and keep up to date with it, please hit that subscribe button. And until then, thanks for watching. Better shut that gate, hadn't I? Knocked over by it. Thanks ever so much. Bye bye.